Hello, it's Darren. Welcome to my channel, Invest Your Income, and we are going to be looking at Dash cryptocurrency going into 2020 and whether we want to be trading Dash or buying Dash into the new year, or in the new year as we are now. I'm going to be going over some of the trades I've taken, and we are going to dive a bit deeper into whether this cryptocurrency is worth investing in. I personally like Dash. That's why I bought Dash. It hasn't performed as well as I thought it would do. However, I've made nice money trading the price movement. So I do hold it, and I am holding Dash, but I also trade it. Okay, so I do that. I actually have to keep quite an accurate log of the trades I make. So I'm in a lot of different markets. I'm diversified in stocks, on currencies, and on cryptocurrencies. So I have a busy day. I do this full time, and this is just the way I trade. I do take drawdown in my trades, and by drawdown I mean I will go into negative and I will be losing money. Paper money, obviously, or digital money, because you don't actually make a loss until you sell it. But I will be taking drawdown in almost all of my trades. But as you'll see, almost all in my last 55 trades have all made money, not in Dash, but overall. And you're going to see how I do my strategy. Is it foolproof? Obviously not. Any market correction or anything in any market, you can get wiped out. So I'm not naive in that sense. I've been trading 13 years, and only in the last couple of years have I been trading cryptocurrencies. But there's enormous potential in cryptocurrencies to make money. I do not trade following these moving averages. Okay, these are moving averages, and I've got the 3000 EMA and the 3000 whole moving average. Okay, I'm not telling you to follow these moving averages and they're both going down to sell. Obviously in this instance it would work, but you can see the downside. If we sell down here, that's not going to work too well. So what we're going to do is, if you're buying cryptos, it's kind of like a stock as far as I can see. If you believe the cryptos are going to have a place in the market, then you mainly want to be buying them. I do short them as well, but I buy them and hold them as an asset, and it's more kind of like a safety play for me, and speculation, because we can get huge movements as we've seen recently, and I did take profits indicated by these crosses. So these I use oscillators, and I also look at the deviation, which I call it, from these moving averages. So I'm not looking at the trend or the direction of these moving averages. I'm looking at the distance from price from this moving average. Okay, it's a 3000 moving average. It takes the 3000 bars on the 4-hour chart I'm on at the present. Okay, so if we're a long way away from this moving average, at some point it will come back to that moving average. Okay, it has to. It's inevitable. You can see if it gets near like this sort of situation, you might want to be closing out your long positions if you're trading it. And if you're holding it, then you just hold it anyway. Okay, so if we get a large deviation, you can see the positions I've taken here. I'm going to go back to the first arrows I put on here. So here we go. Let's go back. Sorry. So here we go. We've got a massive deviation between the 3000. Okay, but you can look back and you can see that we've had massive deviations over the past. Okay, and it's gone inside of this this band area, and we are going to be moving back up. Okay, inevitably. But I took them at the low point. We've got a massive gap, okay, between these moving averages. My oscillators were telling me to buy, so I always get in at a reasonably decent price, okay. And you can see we've been holding them here. This is at 57, 60, and we've got 65 and 78. So we've got a whole spread. I buy again at 121. People are saying, why are you buying on this? You know, it's because I haven't got a moving average that's that I'm relying on the trend of. I can see that this gap is closing though between these two moving averages. Okay, so I'm quite happy to get in again. I know it's going to come back up to this line at some stage. Okay, so I entered again, but I'm just holding most of these trades. But I buy the cryptocurrency and I trade the cryptocurrency. So I've been buying Dash and holding it, basically all these green arrows, but I'm also trading it and coming out, and I'll show you those now. And here you see I've started to short it. Now the reason I'm starting to short it in this instance is I've still bought the cryptocurrency at these levels, but my trades, I want to be trading the opposite direction. It's because it's coming up to this moving average. I know it's going to get up there at some stage. It could break through and just rocket to the moon. That is an option. But my feeling was that it would have some reverse movement down to this moving average down the bottom here, and it turned out to be right, and that's why I came out. So it could carry on. Your cryptocurrencies can suddenly spike, as we've seen recently. Okay, so you could be in the hole on these, but I've got the reverse trade on in this instance. In any case, I wasn't too worried, and they weren't large positions. I was just trading some to get some cash flow, basically. So with my longs, I've taken out here my trades that I've put on. So I still hold the cryptos, but the trading side of it, I came out up here, and I shorted all these 4 positions, and they all came out here as well. So for me, that was pretty perfect. What I didn't like is when it came down here, is now I only hold the crypto I've bought. I've got no trades on, which I don't particularly like, because I'm down at this green line. It's not doing much. It's pretty directionless. So I wanted it to break down. So it came in, but I had to wait here. If you look where this is July. I had to wait till September to put a trade on. I've been trading other things, because there's stocks, etc., and currencies and other cryptos. So it's not a disaster. But as far as Dash was concerned, the way I trade, I do not want to be trading in this kind of narrow band near one of the moving averages. It doesn't give me a clear direction. I could go long here. I could have put a long trade on here. I just wasn't happy doing that at that time. I wanted to come down further. So it did, for me, luckily, and it entered again here. My oscillators told me to get in again, so I entered the trades again and entered them here. Now, if you look at this from a psychological point of view, and this is where I believe a lot of traders go wrong. We're in here at 72, roughly 68. We're in again at 68, and again at 64 and 50. So you can now see, I'm in at 68 and we're now at 50, and it continues. Okay, so at 50, 43, 39, you think, right, this cryptocurrency is going to go, it's going to tank, and that's it, it's game over. And it could happen. Nothing to say it can't happen. And I was in it, I've lost 68, and I'm down now almost half the value, virtually. Not great. Okay, I lost about 45% of my initial investment on this one. But I believed that it's a solid crypto. I believed in it, and I had faith in it. We've got these spikes, but I want to see a move back up to my average. And I was amazed, to be honest, that it came in. I took half my positions off here, half my trades off, and I held the others up to here and took the others off here. And you look there, 68 doesn't sound so bad when you're now at 130 and where I've come out. So that was quite a nice little start to the new year, really. So I do like Dash. Why would you not like it? And I'm still holding all these positions. So I've still got, crypto bought down here, 39, and we're still sitting at 104. So we've got nice profit in the bag. Should I ever want to cash out. But I'll continue trading it as well. So that's Dash. My trade's analysed for the time being. This is the way I trade. Okay, I trade all assets the same way. I trade currencies, stocks especially, and it's been working very well. But cryptos, you do stand a good chance of making a lot of money very quickly. When I say very quickly, I mean in a short period of time the price can move. You do get spikes all over the place in cryptos. So if you're a trader, it's a quick way of making money in a sense that the price will move very quickly to close your trades out in profit, I find. Here, though, I've been in drawdown since September to December. Now, if you think from a psychological point of view, if you've got a short-term, I want to make money tomorrow mindset, trust me, this is not the strategy for you. Okay, if you'll make quick money, which is potentially, I'm not saying you can't make that. On these spikes, you can definitely make money on the short term, It's just, I'm not comfortable with doing that. I haven't got the time to invest in every single asset I want to trade. So I have to do it over the long term, and on the 4-hour charts, which I use, it just takes the stress off. It really does. You just don't worry anymore. If I see a negative trade, I'm actually getting excited because it's giving me a bit of opportunity to get in again, especially in an asset like Dash, which I actually like. I don't invest in anything I don't like, and I enjoy trading currencies, and I have done so for a long time. And these cryptocurrencies, I'll go through Ethereum and Bitcoin probably in a couple of other videos. Please look through other videos if you can, and do like and subscribe. Subscribe, please. Anyway, if you don't like it, I'm sorry about that. It's just the way I trade. I trade over the long term, and trust me, it is stress free, and you can make an awful lot of money. especially in cryptocurrencies. So Dash gets my thumbs up for 2020. What are we going to do into 2020? At the minute, we're sitting in between a bit here. So I'm just going to wait a little bit to see what happens. I really want a bit of value, really. So I'm not personally going to be investing in Dash at present. However, we should get some nice movement, and I will update you if I take some further trades. But as you can see, it clearly moves, and you can tell what I want. I want it to come back down a bit, and then I'll enter again and go long. But I really want to see some movement down here, if possible. The way things have been going recently, though, with the markets and instability, this could go some, which is great because I've already got investment. You can see I'll zoom completely out. These are all my entries, and that's where price is at the minute. So this one's flat. This one's in a loss at the minute. All the rest are in profit. So I'm nicely in the money everywhere at the minute. So I'm really not worried either way. If it skyrockets, happy days. I won't be trading it at the minute, but I'm already got it invested. So that's the way I say. And if the first thing I'd say to you, if you're looking at investing, is just get invested. Just make a decision. Whether it's Dash or whatever cryptocurrency. Make a reason to get in a trade, and if you want, an idea of how I trade, just look over my videos. I hope you get some value from this. I'll be posting videos as often as possible, giving some feedback. But you just got to make a decision. If you look at cryptocurrencies, they're more like stocks, in my opinion, in the fact that you won't get a dividend, but you can get some fantastic price movement off it. And if you want to, there's no easier way, I wouldn't say, in a year to double your money than investing in a cryptocurrency at a low valuation that's got some intrinsic value in it. It's got something different about it. And Dash has got adoption in the world as well, which is, I think is fantastic, and they've been trying to get out there. So I liked it for that reason. I was surprised it kept on coming down, to be honest with you. Especially towards sort of November time. I was kind of not getting worried, but I wasn't overly pleased, let's put it that way. It was not looking good. But with my strategy, I just keep the faith, and that's all it is. When you get spikes like this, trust me, it's heaven. It actually took my trades out without me being there, because it moved so fast, and I wasn't around to be looking at it. So anyway, happy days. Hope you enjoyed the video. Do take care of yourselves. Fantastic weather here today, and please do subscribe and like the video if you found it any use. Take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you again very soon.